So now we can look at adding in the driveway and our patio and start getting more and more context for what we're looking to do. So again, going back to our site plan, we can grab our reference tool that we have there, and we are going to grab our different hardscapes and driveways. We're going to get to the road in another one, so we'll do that separately, but we're going to grab any kind of hardscape that we have, and we can pull that over just to kind of get it out. And we're actually showing a pool in here, so we're going to show the pool in another video. So I just want to explode all this, make sure it's on the 0 layer by layer color by layer line type, and we can erase out the pool because we're going to get to that in a minute. So now with all these pieces selected, we just want to close these off, just easier to do in AutoCAD sometimes. I'm going to W block this out and come into our SketchUp file, and again in our site earth, going to file, import, and again using our little reference line, plop it right there at the house and should be good. I'm going to edit this. Right now this is actually a component because again AutoCAD brings things in as components. So we're eventually going to explode this, but we can use this to our advantage right now because we just want to work, say, inside of here for a moment. So again, using my face command, I can turn everything to planes pretty quick. I'm going to just make groups of these individual pieces here, and I'm going to Control C to copy them, erase this. Now I'm going to come into here in my grass layer and hit Control Shift V to paste in place, and we can explode. And you see that we now have these pieces sitting here. I'm just going to paint them the base color for right now, and actually you're just going to erase these. I want to cut the grass out, and really it's more important for going into a rendering program that we don't want grass sitting underneath our driveway so it grows through the driveway. So we want to cut out and keep a clean line. And I'm going to come back in here, and so now I'm back out of my grass layer. Now I'm going to hit Control Shift V one more time, which is pasting these back into place one more time. And now I have these pieces here I can pull up and just give a little bit of thickness. We can work on the thickness in a minute, like the true thickness or whatever. But I'm just going to pull them up 2 inches right now just to give a little bit of something to them. Now the patio I had pulled up 2 inches, but I'm actually going to pull this whole thing down, I don't know, say 8 feet, just simply because I know that we're going to build a pool inside of this thing as well. So really just giving enough room for the pool to sit in. And one other thing I want to do is come in here into my foundation. This is basically the outline of my house. So I'm going to hit Control C to copy, come back in the grass, and similar to how we cut out the driveway and the patio, Control Shift V to paste the house in place. And we're going to do the same thing of just cleaning this up. So again, don't want grass growing through the house or anything like that. So that's an easy way to have perfectly tailored grass to your project. Similar, which we can get into later, maybe this wants to be cut out, but maybe this would be not grass but mulch, and we can do a planting garden there, and you would be able to just simply paint that. So maybe it has some ground cover in there or whatever. Or if you want to be, say, even a little more loosey about it, we come in here, lines, freehand, and just kind of draw something in there, and then we can paint that. and it just looks maybe a little more natural. Whatever, just it's a good place to be able to manipulate what you want the context to be. For now, we're just going to leave it loose like this. Maybe here we actually want to let the driveway raise up. Doing compound curve driveway raising can be a little tricky, but I can show you a great way of doing that right now. So what we're going to do is just pull this actually way up, just over exaggerate what we need, and I'm going to make this into a block. And then I'm going to draw this triangle, and I'm going to touch the face of the garage, which is basically the end of the triangle, and I'm going to pull this up on my blue axis 4 inches, and that's coming from, let me hide this, just this distance right here, from here to here is 4 inches. So we can come in here, and so what that's going to do is give us the 4 inches that we need for raising the ramp up. And we're going to just slide this on through, turn this into a group, and again using our intersection command, there you go, we have a compound curve raised, ramped up driveway that fits perfect right into going into our garage. If it needs to be down a little bit or whatever, just make the adjustments that you need. And if you wanted to increase the walking path to work on that, you can. I'm not sure what's going to happen if I do this. Maybe it's just something that happens like this. You don't have to get too specific, and just smooth that out, and it looks good enough for the model. It connects there and has the pathway that walks up to your house. So there we go. That's our driveway and our back porch. We can paint them with materials now or later, but maybe we'll build our pool first and get into that, and then we'll worry about some materials then.